there have been some major changes in the Sarasota, Venice area real estate market.
And we're gonna give you an update based on data from Redfin that's pretty up to date. But real quick, let's give a little prediction on what we think we're going to see in the data. One thing we already know that we're going to tell you in a second, but what's your predictions?
We're probably going to see price cuts, lots of them. Days on market is going to be much higher than the previous even 3 months.
I think inventory is going to build. I think we might get close to 6 months now.
Yes.
Based on the last one we did. We're a little overdue here. We're a month and a half since, maybe even 2 since the last one, the last update.
The first data that we found on Redfin that really caught our eye was an article talking about Florida's in general real estate market, and it actually says here the top 10 metros in Florida with the fastest growing sales price, and number 2 was Venice.
Usually where we live.
Yes, like the Sarasota metro area, but this time we saw Venice listed.
That definitely adds up with what we've been telling you a lot on the channel. We've seen major appreciation in this area, Florida as a whole, but us even more so, it seems like.
Yes, definitely.
We got in the graphs here that you're seeing, everything's going to be for like the last 12 weeks. I think the last couple times we've done these, it's only been 4 weeks, so that way you can kind of get a little bit longer view. And then of course there's the year over year in the graph, the orange being 2021, black being this year, or actually blue now being this year, because we got to 2023.
2023, yes.
So it's just a little blip there. So new listings, we're down year over year, that is, but slightly going up.
Seems like it's going up. Yeah, we have definitely seen an uptick in inventory.
Pending sales. We got our helper Jazz over here, way down year over year.
But also going up.
Yeah, but I guess, we got to keep in perspective that black line that went way down. I mean, we'd been kind of seeing that the last few months, and it's just different looking at it now that we've only got that little squiggle of data. It's just
for the month, and
just crazy how stark the difference looks though year over year when you see it in that context. Looking at the black line, you see how it's been going down. Off market in 2 weeks.
Also down. It seems like it's going down. Like it seems there was a little uptick and then started to go down again.
Which, like we've been saying, the market is hot as anymore. I mean, interest rates has changed everything, really.
Homes sold also down. So we're seeing a trend here that everything is lower than the previous 2 years.
Trending down too, it seems like, even for the last 4 to 12 weeks. And I think one other thing to note, with those interest rates is it just feels like it's put everything kind of on pause. Inventory is very slowly building. Prices are very slowly going down. Places are selling less, like everything's just kind of like down.
Yes, a lot of places are still selling, but they are taking a little longer to sell. New listing median price is actually on the rise.
That's interesting. Looks like it had a pretty big rise actually. About, when was that? We were starting to see that in September, and it looks like it kind of leveled out a little, like continued to go up, and now we're kind of leveling, but I guess we'll see how that continues to play out. That's interesting though, just because common wisdom would say that with interest rates going up, those prices should be coming down. And we've been even saying, will we see a flattening or a correction, which maybe we're finally now getting to that point right now, but it's crazy how things kind of went down since the summer really, and then started going back up.
Which, it's interesting because usually if interest rates are high, then your property prices are lower. This instance though, in the last year and a half, we have seen property prices stay here and interest rates slowly coming up, and they have stayed at around the 7% mark for 6 months now.
Quite a while,
June.
Yeah. We'll see, I guess, how things play out, as we always say, but I still think we're gonna see, I think that's maybe the first indicator. Okay, we're finally maybe seeing some flattening, but
it's hard to say, but yeah.
Median sale price is trending down. So
that's interesting.
Listing price is up, but they're selling now, which means there's opportunities for deals maybe now, or a deal going in under, having some negotiation, I guess you could say.
And we are seeing that. We have started to see it for the last month and a half, where properties are actually selling under the asking price, which it's not, common for all properties, not just because one sold under asking, it means that every single house will sell under asking, but there is quite a few of them that have sold under asking, and a lot of times we're able to either get you a new roof at closing, so like credit towards a new roof, or even just coming down on price and the seller will, sell the house furnished or sell some furniture along with the house.
And we're also seeing, I've been seeing anyways on listings, just more places with price cuts before it even gets to the negotiation phase.
Yes.
You know, just places have been sitting a little too long at too high of a price.
Yes.
Days to close, what do you think?
Probably 30 to 45.
We've got, it's on the way down, 32.
32.
That's interesting that it's been going down quite a bit. That could be somewhat of a seasonality thing maybe, with, you know, snowbirds coming to town and things like that, and people wanting to get something soon. And I think, I mean, as we've mentioned quite a few times, things right around the hurricane went up quite a bit. Actually, that was in September though. That's August that they shot up. Oh, that was
35 days.
Yeah, and interest rates are starting to get pretty high too around that point. Hard to say, I guess, what exactly was causing such a big change, but it's interesting that it's going down so much. Any other ideas on what that might be?
I think, yeah, just the snowbirds being here, buying properties. I mean, snowbirds have the cash in most instances,
Yeah.
or they have maybe like a 401k where they can borrow money from their own 401ks instead of going through the whole mortgage process, so that can make it a little bit quicker as well.
32 days really isn't that amazingly fast, but it's still pretty quick. Active listings still up since last year and trending up, continuing to trend up, and 2,682 active listings. Ooh, here's another good one. Median days on market, 22.5.
Up, but keep in mind that in a healthy market, homes can stay on the market for 60, 90 days. So that's still selling pretty quickly.
Age of inventory, flat. I mean, you know, since the end of last year. Sounds about right, honestly. 64 days. Months of supply, where do you think you're at? This is the big one. This is the one that I think we've been kind of like hoping for a big change for a while.
I would say 5 to 6 months of inventory.
I'm gonna go with 6. Oh, it is rising crazy fast right now. It's crazy because if you look at the end of 2022, so weird to keep
started
thinking it's
trending
2023 now, but it was going down and then it just shot right back up. And I wonder if, again, that's kind of like a snowbird thing or something. You know, people are like putting their place on the market right before the snowbirds come. But 18.5 weeks of supply, so divide that by about 4. What's 18.5 divided by 4? Siri's gonna help us out here. 4.6. Oh,
I was close.
You were closer. I went way too bold.
Yeah. But I mean, by next month, we'll probably sit at 6 months if it continues to trend up.
Yeah, if this fast, yeah, which I don't think it will. I think
No?
it'll continue to trend up, but not this fast. I think we'll be at like 5.5. Median sale price, I would say over the last, how long ago is this? Since May, kind of flat. I mean, squiggly flat. I mean, in context overall, it's crazy to see how much it's going up and down and up and down, but it's kind of hovering right around here. I think there's just so much speculation with people with listing, with buying, you know, what price to put it at. It's just such it almost feels like a somewhat balanced but very weird market right now.
Yes, it's tough to say. Even when you're pricing a property right now, most sellers are being smart about it because they know that the market has already changed, so they are pricing accordingly. But there are some homes that like have had like $50K for a price cut, which that's a lot when you think about it.
Yeah, home sales up, down,
Down.
down, quite a bit down, very down actually.
Yeah.
Again, the market seems very stagnant. Everyone's kind of like in limbo waiting, and it's just such a weird market on so many levels. It makes it really hard to predict things. Again, with everyone comparing this to like 2008 previously, I think it's kind of showing right now that it's not the same necessarily, but maybe we're just at the beginning phase of a drop, but
Yeah, I think if something were to happen, like if we were to have a crash, it would probably take at least 3 years before we can even see like the crash.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen like right now, like some people are wanting it to. Just because you want it to happen, it doesn't mean that it's gonna happen. So I don't know. I think maybe 3 years, 2 to 3 years.
And I think the biggest lever that we could see that could maybe tip the scale one way or the other is like the economy and inflation and unemployment, things like that. That could make a dramatic change. But as of right now, it's just kind of like, well, interest is up, so everyone's kind of waiting. They don't want to sell their place because they know they can't get it as much. They don't want to go buy a new place because they know the interest is going to be higher. So everyone's just kind of like standing pat right now.
And many people are just priced out of the market too. What the lender is approving them for can't get them a house. So a lot of people are just waiting.
Okay, so you wanted this one. It was the off market within 2 weeks. Ready?
Yeah. Trending down.
Squiggled up for a second there, but
That was in November. went up and then back down in December.
So definitely
what we're seeing on the ground level here.
Yeah. And again, good thing for buyers. I think good thing for most people. I mean, sellers, obviously, you would love it if your place goes off the market immediately and above asking with 30 bids. But I think the average person is just like, can we just get some sanity back? Because it's just...
Can we get back to normal?
And I even know like a lot of people too, even like maybe, well, not sellers, but their agents, when the market was crazy, it was just like, it's just too much, like having to go through all the different bids and things like that. So overall prediction for next month and for the year, what do you think? So you guys can check up on us when you watch the next video and let us know if we were right or wrong.
I think sales are gonna go up next month just because winter is the busy season in real estate here in Florida. So I do think we're going to see sales go up. I think prices are still going to continue to trend down, and we are going to see an uptick in inventory as well.
I think I agree with all of that. I also think we're gonna see prices stay flat. I think overall flat-ish. And then the year ahead, I think we're gonna see prices go slightly down.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see inventory build. I think it's gonna become almost a balanced market.
I think I would say in about 6 months or so, we're going to start seeing less price reductions because sellers will start to list their homes at what the market is saying to list it for. So I think price cuts are gonna be a thing of the past, but because properties are going to be priced accordingly.
Yeah, and I think overall, just interest rates, I think at that point might start to come down a little bit. And then things might start getting interesting again, because then it might start to turn into a little bit more, I don't think they're gonna go as low as they were, but if they're lower, I think it's gonna make it much more affordable for a lot of people. And then it's really hard to say what's gonna happen again, because now there's more demand and less reason for prices to come down. So I guess we'll see what happens.
With that being said, if you are looking to buy or sell a home in the Venice, Sarasota area, make sure to call, text, or email us. I am a local realtor here. My information will be in the description box below.
Phone number is 941-221-1897. Call or text at any time. We're always going to have your best interest and happiness in mind when buying or selling a home in the area. Leave a comment. Let us know your predictions for the market. Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. And
live breezy.